Steel zone. Really? Good.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? You all already know me as Ashley Pummill. However, what some of you may not know already is that I play the tenor saxophone. I have been playing the tenor saxophone for about 7 years now. When I started, it was mostly for fun, but now it's kind of a hardcore hobby, I would say. So today I'm going to show you the one thing I truly really know how to do, and I'm going to perform Sentimental Evening, written by Italian composer Roberto Molinelli. But first, before I get into too much detail about Molinelli and his piece, I would like to share some information about the saxophone family that I have recently learned myself. There are actually 9 different voices of the common saxophone, not just 8. Many of you already know that there are 2 key classifications for the saxophone, B-flat and E-flat. Therefore, all the B-flat saxophones are an octave or more apart. For example, the B-flat soprano is just an octave above what I play. What I learned is that there's a saxophone called the soprillo, or sopranissimo saxophone, that is 1 octave above the soprano, therefore 2 octaves above mine. This saxophone is valued at $4,200 for just 13 inches of metal. It is barely bigger than the neck on my saxophone. Barely. So anyways, Roberto Molinelli is a modern composer, conductor, violist, and pianist. He was born in 1963 in Ancona, Italy, which makes him younger than Dr. Grandy at just 52 years of age. He is the principal violist in the Chamber Orchestra of Bologna and the Marca Philharmonic. He has written music for all different types of genres, including classical, symphonic, chamber, opera, jazz, pop, rock, and folk. He's founded the Opera Petite, which is a small ensemble that plays operas and arias while imitating the sound of a full orchestra. And they've toured around Japan in 2001, playing Puccini's Bohème, and with Serrato Puccini, a concert dedicated to Puccini's famous arias. My piece, Sentimental Evening, is the 3rd movement of Molinelli's 4 Pictures from New York, which was published in 2001. The 4 movements are written for saxophone and full symphony orchestra. The first movement, Dreamy Dawn, is written for soprano saxophone and orchestra, and then the 2nd and 4th movements, Tango Club and Broadway Night respectively, are written for alto saxophone and orchestra. However, oppositely, Sentimental Evening was written for tenor saxophone and jazz trio, which is piano, drums, and double bass, with optional strings. In Molinelli's own words, I quote, "4 images of the most famous and most universal metropolis of the world. I wrote this concerto for saxophone and orchestra inspired by the Big Apple as it seems to the eyes of a European in love with America and its music and culture." There are 3 sections of this piece. The introduction, the body, which is repeated 3 times, once for the head, once for tenor sax improv and piano improv, and ends with coda. Since Sentimental Evening is a jazz ballad, the piece is widely opened up to player interpretation. For today, it will not be repeated. However, there is an added cadenza that is not in the original composition in the coda. On that note, I would like to leave my performance up to your interpretation, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.